Hey, morning everybody. Happy December. Let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start with some, these are called CARs, controlled articular rotations, and what they really are meant is to move your joints through full range of motion. We're going to do our thoracic spine, so the middle spine here, we're going to do our shoulders, and then we'll do a couple other moves. So let's start with, these are called thoracic CARs, so grab your shoulders, grab your shoulder blades, and just in the middle of your back, so this is the joints attached to your ribs, just kind of curl forward. So this is not a neck exercise, this is not a hip exercise, just have your thoracic spine and vertebrae moving. Then you're gonna rotate, still looking down, over to the right. Then you're going to side bend to the right. Then you're going to rotate back, side bend to the left, rotate your shoulders down and through, and one more time in this direction. Again, if you've been over a kitchen counter making Christmas treats, this probably feels really good. Okay, and when you get back to the middle, stop, release your arms, cross them the other direction, and same thing. So curl forward, twist to the left, rotate to the left, back, right, chest, left shoulder comes forward, and again. Okay, now let's do our shoulders. So arms down by your side. Pull your shoulders up to your ears. Push them all the way back. Push them down and back. Down and forward. Forward and up. Up and back. Back and down. Down and forward. Forward and up. Up and back. Back and down. Now let's switch directions. Back and up. Up and forward, forward and down and back. Anybody else hearing crackling? Just, if you're hitting pain, don't go around the pain. It doesn't have to be a perfect square here, but go to the ends of what your shoulders can do. Okay? All right. Now let's get on all fours with into downward dog. And I forgot to start my watch, so here we go. So go ahead and pedal out your feet. And try to reach those hips as high as they go. Great if your heels touch the ground. You can see mine don't. That's usually, it's morning. I haven't done much. I'm a little stiff. That's fine. And now come forward to plank. Bring your one leg in between your hands for a lunge. Hold here for a moment. Now go ahead and twist. And back, other side. Hold for a breath. And then twist. And let's do that again, each side. Okay, now onto all fours. We'll do my issue? Sorry. It seems to be working okay for me, and I'm showing video. Okay, so let's move into bird dog, 5 each side. So this is right arm, left leg extends, and back. Just waking up the back of the body. That was 3. Keep the core engaged. 4. 5. Now do some air squats. Let's do 10 of these. Go through a range of motion. Hello, ooh, hey, how deep can you get this morning? Use what foot position feels good for you. Nine, 10. If you have a light band, so this is a very light band, lots of give, go ahead and grab it. If you don't, no worries. If you have it, we're going to do good mornings. I've just put it over my shoulders. You know, remember, good mornings are good preparation for hamstring work. Just tip the hips back and stand up. Hips back, stand up. If you don't have the band, just do it without the band. Seven, 8, 9, 10. And keep that band. Don't whack yourself with it. It never feels good. And now overhead press. If you don't have a band, just do this movement. So just raising our arms over our head. 10 of these. Seven, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, last little bit of the warm-up. We're done with the band, by the way. Last little bit of the warm-up, we'll just do, starting with a little bit of hopping one side of your mat to the other. We're just gonna hop, turn around, hop back. And again, feel free to hop around your basement, your gym, and anybody you've got. If you're going in a circle, maybe switch directions. Just want to make sure you're getting a little bit of forward movement in this up. Okay, and when you feel that's warm, go ahead and rest. Okay, so now we are going to do our first leg set. 4 exercises. We'll go through each 3 times. Double leg deadlift, double leg deadlift, front rack squat, alternating reverse lunge, and then we're going to do a broad jump. Now, if you haven't been doing much jumping, don't feel you have to go very far, but here you want to drop down, jump forward, catch yourself, don't fall. If all you're doing is this, that's totally good too. If you can't do the jumping, do explosive squats. We're just going to do 5 and then let the rest of the minute elapse. So go ahead and get your weights. I'll get my timer going. All right, and starting with double leg deadlift. Go. So just as before, we're going for working for 40, resting for 20. You go at your own pace. If all you have at home is really light weights, you're going to be moving pretty quickly. If all you have are way too heavy weights, you are going to be moving very slowly. That's fine. The heavier the better though. 5 more seconds. And rest. Now we're doing front rack squat, so that means you rack the weights up on your shoulders. We go in 5. Okay. Just a couple more seconds. Change. I'm going to put down one of my weights for the reverse lunges. Sorry. So I'm holding it, goblet hold up in my chest. And let's go. If you can tap your knee, great. If not, just make sure you're getting a bit of a stretch in that back leg, and your front leg is really taking that weight. 15 seconds here. And change. Put the weights down. Make sure you have clear space. And like I said, if jumping is not for you, explosive squat. If you want to do a jump squat, go for it too. But I'm going to be doing 5 broad jumps. Walking back. Doing it again. So that took me about 30 seconds. So now I have a 30-second rest. Started clearing my throat. Okay. Get ready to do that again. 2 more times. Starting again with deadlifts. Go. Remember, tip the hip. This is not a back flexion exercise. Back stays flat. I'm pretty flexible, but you see I'm still just going down below my knees. And it's again because I don't want to round my back. I'm also not looking to detach the top of the hamstring from the bone. So it's all about keeping that nice work in the belly with the hamstring. Change. Okay. Front rack squats next. Okay, get ready. And go. reverse lunges. If you're like me, you put down one of your weights. We go in 10. And go. And change. Okay. All right. If you're doing broad jumps with me, 5 more jumps. Starting in 5 seconds. And go. My aim is to get past my mat as the season goes on without cracking into the mirror right here. Ooh, okay, I wasn't decelerating very well there. Okay. One more round through all that. That jumping is getting a little much. Jump squats or explosive squats. Explode up on your toes. I've got 20s in my hands right now. All right, back to deadlifts. I was thinking 25s this morning, but I've been lifting a lot and feeling a little tired. So, you know, your weights are not going to be the same every day you lift. And they're not going to move in a perfectly straight line up. But the nice thing about being at home is if you want something different, grab something different. And last one. Change. Okay, we'll do our front rack squats in a second. I actually feel the limiter is a little more the front rack squat. Like the deadlift would probably be fine at 25s. The front rack squat, ugh, not sure I'm doing 20. I'm not sure I'm doing 25s in that today. Go ahead, let's go. Last time we're doing these. Well, double leg. We'll do some more single leg. Sorry, my sister-in-law who was visiting today is calling. Okay, get ready for reverse lunges and go. My sister-in-law has been conscripted into helping me make buckeyes. So I think that call means she's on her way from Boston. I hope so. All right, go one more each side in. Can you jump a little further? Can you land a little softer with more control? What can you do this last time now that your body's a bit used to this? Getting a bit of plyo is so important for all of our bone health as we get older, to make sure that our bones stay strong. Okay, nice job. So that was our first leg set. So now we're going to actually do an arm set. 3 exercises. We'll do a bent over row. So hinge at the hip, back is flat, pulling, like this, really squeezing those shoulder blades. Then we'll do an overhead press. I'm gonna try to stick with my 20s, which means I'm gonna alternate, because that's a little heavy for me to do direct. And then we'll put one weight down, and we'll do around the world. So it means we're having to stabilize through our core. You can drop down to a lower weight if you want. If that does not work for you, put the weight in one hand and you can just tip like this. We'll do one side, and then half and half for the third. So go ahead and get the weights that you want to do your bent over row with, and let's go. 40 seconds doing this. Whatever hand position is good for you. Halfway. Squeeze those shoulder blades. The core canister is packed. Core is tight. Three, two, one, rest. Okay, so now overhead press. So palms are facing forward. We go up. If you don't have that shoulder mobility, drop the weight. You can also press as like a bench press from the ground. Go ahead. Yeah, this is not an accessible movement. Lay on your back, put the weights on your chest, and press there, go that way. Yeah, these are heavy. Three, two, one, change. Put one down. You can either grip it by the handlebars, that makes it a little harder, or grip by the outsides. Hold on tightly, and let's go. All right, actually halfway, let's switch, because I don't know that I'll remember which direction as we go from set to set. And again, if this is no good for you, drop the weight down by your side and tip, pull it back up. And change. Okay, back to the beginning. I'm grabbing a towel, which is what we're gonna do. And we go back to Yeah, you may have different weights for these exercises, and that's totally fine. Five more seconds. And change. Okay. Next round of overhead presses. Get ready. Yeah, if you've got lighter weights, make sure you're doing both arms. If this is a real challenge, you can alternate. Straight back, I mean, don't be arching backwards. Make sure your feet are screwed into the ground, your shoulders are over your hips. Try not to put all the tension in your neck. I know that's easier said than done. Almost there. Last one. Change. Okay? Like I said, if you want to do these, if you don't have the overhead mobility, do that pulling through the side. All right, get ready. And let's go. Round the world. So are you feeling all those muscles that stabilize you coming into play? Switch directions. I've got a big bun, it's not helping today. Okay, one more round of these. Get set up. Let's roll. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Halfway there. Three, two, one. Rest. Okay, last set of overhead presses. Are you happy with your weights? Do you want to try something different? Get set up and go. Don't let those ribs flare up too much. Maybe sitting down if you prefer. For the future. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last set of around the worlds. We go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, my big old ponytail today is Didn't really think that through. I think I tested this exercise out with my hair down. I didn't have to move around it. Switch. And change. Okay, nice work. Now we're moving on to our single leg work that everybody loves. So we'll do very simple 3 rounds. Staggered stance squat. I'm gonna weight this. If you wanna do a Bulgarian squat with your leg lifted, go for it. I need less weight or no weight if I do that, but I'm gonna do a staggered stance squat, holding a, we'll see which kettlebell, like this. So just moving straight down to the ground, both sides. And then staggered stance deadlift. So 80+% of the weight is on the front foot, right leg is just for support, and we do this. Okay, so grab the weight you want. We'll see if that's what I want. Resetting my timer. Okay. So go ahead and set up in that staggered stance. Sorry, you'll have to give me a second to get the timer going, but you go ahead and start now. Halfway. And change. We'll switch sides. Same thing on this side, on the other side. Whew. Okay, get set up. We go in 3, 2, 1, go. Do what's comfortable with that back leg. Point is to get the legs working independently. This should really be on your front leg. Halfway. All right, get one more in and change, okay? Single leg deadlift. We go in 10. Pretty similar setup. Weight in the front leg. Tip that hip back and pull. Again, back is not rounding. Feel that through the hamstring and the glute. Try to stay pretty straight up and down. Easier said than done. Last one. Change. Okay, we'll go to the other side. Go ahead and get set up. and pull. Oh, my form is much better on this side. Hinge at that hip. Halfway. Last rep, and change. Okay? Back to the top, 2 more times. So get that weight up on your chest. Get your feet staggered, your weight in the front leg, and go. Almost there. Last rep. Change. Switch sides. Get ready. And go. Try not to bend too far forward. Just dipping straight down to the ground. And change. Okay? We'll only see those single leg squats one more time. All right, get yourself set up. Weight on the front leg. Remember, after you pick up the weight, keep the back flat. Pull. I actually like a little narrower stance on this. I've noticed in the last 3 minutes. Then it's just a hinge from the hips. Over halfway. Core is braced. 10 more seconds. Squeeze at the top. Change. Other side. Get yourself set up. Ooh, a little back bend. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, one more time through that, and then we are on the mat for the rest of the workout. Get yourself set up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. Okay, last bit of squatting. Get set up, and go. Over halfway. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last round of deadlifts. We're gonna do a little back work when we get onto the ground. Okay, get ready, and go. Because I feel one of my limiters, it's not necessarily quad or hamstring or glute strength, but you want your back to be able to maintain nice strong spine, not collapse. And I feel my back is the limiter. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1, change. Okay, last bit of legs for today. Go ahead and get ready and pull. You know, for what we're doing, people should not be using a weight belt. If your back can't handle what you're lifting, lift less. You want your whole chain to be working, not to have some external support for it. If you get into Olympic lifting, go talk to someone else. I have no experience. 3, 2, 1, change. Okay, done with legs. Okay, so have a weight handy. I'm gonna grab a 15. That's one less than I had for the overhead presses. Because we use it for a couple of the exercises. So this is going to be a full floor set. We'll go twice through it. Starting with, so we're starting in plank. Have the weight to the outside of the mat, a little below your hands, and you're going to pull it through. So we're going to do that for 40 seconds. If you need to just stay in a plank, stay in a plank. Then we're going to do lotus, good hold for our back. We'll do side plank. We'll then do another variation of a back exercise. You've seen these before, T's, W's, Y's. Other side plank. And then the last exercise is called a lever. And so, do this with a weight if you want. You can do it on a weight 2. Weights behind your head. Oops, did I just knock over my water bottle? No. Don't knock over anything filled with bright green fluid. And you'll lift up. So that's a lever. So I've got the 15 I may hate that 15 by the time we do that, but let's find out. So, resetting the timer. Move stuff out of your space so you don't make a mess. And let's start with reach throughs. So, up into plank position and pull that weight side to side. Harder is weights further away from you and feet are closer together. And again, standard plank if this is just not happening this morning. Keep that beautiful plank form. And hey, we're only going through this twice. Less than 10 seconds. And change. Okay. Put the weight away for a moment. And now onto your bellies. If holding in this position is not attainable for 40 seconds, just rest for a second and then come right back in. So go ahead and lift. You want to peel your shoulders, your chest, as much of your rib cage as you can off the ground. Your lower legs, again, put those down if this is too much. If you can, raise them. That means my hamstrings are engaged, my glutes are engaged, my shoulder blades are coming together down at my back. My whole posterior chain is getting a workout. 3, 2, 1, change. Okay, now onto side plank. Three, two, one, lift. Okay, halfway there, let's reach through. So lift your hips like you're reaching for something behind you. And change. Rest again. Whew. Back to our back extensions. This time, we'll have our hands T, W, Y. Okay, get ready. And lift. Hands in T, or arms in T. Hold here. Legs off the ground if you can. W. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep the neck as relaxed as possible, holding your head up, but not holding all the tension. Okay, raise those arms too wide. This is hard on your shoulders, very hard. Back to a T. W. And 5 seconds in Y. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay. Side plank, other side. When you do side plank, try not to collapse into the joint. Use your shoulder engaged, lifted, like that top hand's trying to reach the ceiling. We're more than 10 seconds in already. Okay, let's do reach. change. Okay, grab that weight, flip over onto your back. You can also do a regular toe tap. Just reach up and tap if that's better for you. But let's go. So raise those legs up and crunch up to try to get the weight as close to your toes as possible. If you want to make it harder, don't let your feet hit the ground. And change. Okay, one more time through that, and then we'll stretch. So keep that weight nearby for the pull-throughs. Okay, let's go. Try not to let that butt up in the air, like I can kind of see mine is doing. Halfway. Less than 10. And change. Okay, onto your bellies. Lotus. If you want a little back stretch now, Sphinx or baby cobra, whatever it is. It depends on what part of India you're coming from. All right, let's go into lotus. Peel top of the body, bottom of the body, off the ground. Lift those arms. Whole posterior chain engaged. Okay, we're halfway through. Can you bring those arms a little higher? Can you get those legs a little higher? Can you peel one more rib off the floor for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, side plank. Again, don't collapse into that joint. Nice long line from elbow to upper hand. Go. Okay, last 20 seconds. Let's dip the hip, raise it. Dip the hip, raise it. This is not happening. Stay in side plank for another 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, back on our bellies. Last time for this kind of exercise. Okay, get ready. Peel that upper body, peel those legs off the ground, arms straight out from your side in a T. Shoulder blades nice and strong, with the muscles around the shoulder blades nice and strong. Okay, pull those elbows down, shoulder blades pull together in a W. Can you keep those legs up? Now, arms up to Y. T, W, Y, T, W, change. Okay. To our side planks. On the other side. Get set up. And up. Okay, last 20 seconds, dip the hip. Less than 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, last exercise, and then we have some wonderful stretches. So, if the lever isn't working for you, get rid of the weight and do the same thing. And if that's still not happening, leg lifts, keep your upper body down, lift and lower your legs. Okay, let's go. So this is working at hip flexors, working all the way through the core, bit of shoulders too, because of the weight, grip strength. One more, and change. Woo, nice work. So let's get some nice stretching in while we're on our back. Cross your left ankle over your right knee, pull it in towards you, stretch out that left glute and hamstring. And now twist. And keep your legs similar position. I'm straightening my right leg, twisting my legs to the right, my upper body to the left. Oh, feel that squeezing out the spine. No cracks today, but sometimes you'll just hear it go tick, 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 all the way up. Back to center. Switch sides. Right ankle over left knee. Your legs may be very different from one another. This hip is much tighter for me. So this is a much more intense stretch. If I can even grab my thigh. And twist. Okay, all right. Let's roll onto our front variation of the stretch we did before. Except bring your left leg to the outside of your left hand. And just stretch, or you can put your knee down. So I have a nice stretch all through the hip and the adductor. Let's do another nice little twist. And switch sides. And put that knee down. Ooh. Let's get in another twist. Twisting is nice. Okay, back to downward dog. Use this as a nice calf stretch. Do you feel like you have more range of motion than before? My heels were not on the ground at the beginning, but now they are, because my body's warm. Walk your feet up to your hands and just fold. Have a little bend in your knee. It's tempting to lock your knee out. Try to go as far as possible, but that puts a huge amount of pressure on the tendons at the top of your hamstring. And that's not what we're stretching. We're trying to stretch the whole muscle. So a little bit of bend in the knee. Let the upper body relax. Maybe sway back and forth. And then do a quad stretch. You can stand and grab your quad. I'm going to do the couch variation, which I love, which is if you have a couch or a bench or something that's about foot height or lower half of your lower limb height. Put your foot up against it. Stand up. Or be up like this. Feel a nice stretch down that quad. And switch sides. Ooh, little bit of balance too. How close can you get your heel to your butt? All right, now let's just give our arms a little attention because they worked hard too. Arm across the front of your body. And switch sides. And then overhead, bend your arm so your hands are at the base of your neck or between your shoulder blades. Stretch out that tricep. Can lean to get a little bit into the side body. And switch. And that is our workout. Thanks, everyone.